Hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a very early morning here on Dreistern. Just checking my crop conditions. Okay, well the condition of this one apparently is invisible. Alright, because I think this one's only like 71% or something. Yeah, 71%. I was thinking about ripping it down. But I wonder how much of a difference there is between taking it down at 71% and say, you know, more than that. What else do we have? 17 and 14, they're just grass. Let's take a wander over to 16 and see what that's all about, shall we? Da-dee-dee. I suppose I could take a vehicle. Our silage here, as you can see, is now fermented. So we do, or our chaff, I should say, has now fermented. So we actually have silage, which is a wonderful thing. All right, let's grab ourselves a tractor. Hey, did you guys see the new little videos for crops, cattle and crops, where they got them behind the tractor here? Does this one have any? No, this one has a couple. But these little buttons and such, they're actually functional. Like the manual, they were showing manual attaching. It was called a work in progress. But you basically came out here, and you know how some of the tractors have got all the buttons up here? I've even mentioned it before and went, geez, I wonder what all that stuff's for. Well, it turns out all the lights just came on. That's weird. It's actually getting later in the morning, eh? Huh. The lights all went off at about 5 o'clock. Now they've come back on again. Anyway, where you get all the buttons up here on the back of your rear mudguard? Yeah. Well, they would use it to lower this down a little bit, and then they backed the tractor underneath, I think it was a cultivator, so that it was right under. Somehow you managed to be able to get an angle out here. And back to the tractor, so it was lined up, those hooks right under the back of the cultivator. And then again, using the buttons here, lift it up till it was snug, and then used a button here to extend this one out, and then clicked it into place, clicked this into place, clicked this into place, and then got back into the tractor and actually lifted it. It was really cool. Anyway, now you don't have to watch it because I have given you the color commentary on the entire thing. So I suppose, without even running over there, I could try and find out what's going on. Alright, so field 16. Well, whatever's going on, it's dark green. And then field 15 is the same. Oh, 14 and 17 are grass. Okay, so there are just 2 more fields of grass. So 11 and 10 are our only choices. Okay. 10 is in wheat. And is, yeah, it's the closest, it's close to being ready, whereas 11 is not. Yeah. Alright, so let's head on over here. I believe I've already attached everything. Let's just get out and make sure here. Yeah, okay. The header's attached, the PTO is attached. We should be good, actually. Have I got, yeah, I got the hatches open. I think we're ready to flick straw. Or at least to dump straw. That's one thing I should check. Yes, we are. Alright, let's light her up. Nice. Okay. Alright. We should be ready to harvest. There we go. Because we need the money. We're down to 5,200 bucks. I advanced time. 1, to try and get the silage coming, because that'll be a little bit of a source of money. I'll fill the cattle thing first. But once that's full, I'm going to take most of the rest of it, hopefully, or at least a trailer load, and sell it. We need a water trailer very badly. And, of course, once we get a few of these crops down, we're going to need to odd, it didn't actually turn it off at first. Once we get a couple of these fields cut down, we're going to need to do the resowing, and then we get all the fertilizing, and, you know, the things one spends the money on to deal with. So, yeah. And we don't yet have a baler, so we're going to have to use a forage wagon to straw up, but that's okay. Now, did I see? There is too. There's a compost master on the map, so we will have a use for some of the straw as well there. There we go. Just let it finish its row of straw. Nice. So yeah, as I said, it was rather an interesting cattle and crops video. Kind of neat to watch. Certainly different than the manual attaching that goes on with these. And they said it was something that had been, they hadn't originally planned, but they were putting it in because some of the people had requested it. So that's kind of cool as well. I thought I might have missed a little piece there. I really have an issue judging the depth, and I think the fact that I switched the field of view from the stock 70 to, I believe, 80, probably, I don't think it helped. I mean, it's fine for straight-ons, but when you look at a corner, I think it, at least for me, it exasperates the problem of not being too good with the depth of field, or with the depth. Oop, it's not B I want, it's B. That's okay. And it seems to be mostly that side, which is further away, so therefore the bigger depth of field setting is going to affect it more. But overall, I do like the slightly larger one. Gives you a little better view. I can still see that corner mirror, even though I am looking down towards that corner of the blade. Or header, I should say. Blade. Yeah. I admit, this thing sure chungs along. Not that we've got a lot of crop in here, unfortunately. Oh well, we've got lots of field left. So hopefully Cattle and Crops sends out those testing things fairly soon. They were supposed to be sending emails out for, I don't think it's the actual alpha itself, but it's testing for a certain part of it or something like that. Some sort of a stress test that they wanted to run anyway. Or maybe they already have gotten the amount of people they want and, you know, they just missed me. And it was over on the FSUK forums this morning. Not only reading up a little bit more about the MR mod, but also having a check on the Seasons mod, because I would really wouldn't mind getting that installed on a different play and picking Watt's farm back up so that we could get into some old school gear and that sort of thing. So for those of you that like the old style, it is coming. Like I said, I'm still waiting for that. Unfortunately, the last 7 or 8 pages of the discussions in the forum didn't actually deal with mod development. They were dealing with the fact that, and I don't know how this happens. I mean, you know, you're a group of people working on files. How is it your files continuously get leaked? You know, because apparently the Seasons mod was up on a bunch of the mod websites. Again, without author's permission, etc., etc. So, you know, I don't agree with it when that happens, but like I say, I also question, how does that happen? You know, you're developing something, you haven't released it to anyone publicly, alright? Which means that someone you've given those files to personally or privately is the person that's screwing you over by posting them on other mod sites. You know, I just don't understand how else it can happen. You know, I mean, I've been wanting the season mod since I first heard about it. You know, since Eustace Farmer first put a link up to it and then had to turn around and pull part of the description out because he found out you weren't allowed to give it out. You know, right from that first time, I've been kind of waiting to get my hands on it. Now, if it was publicly available for one reason or another, I would have by now. You know, I always look in the mod sites and stuff, and, you know, I'm looking around, I check FSUK, which is where it should come from, and by all rights be the only place you actually could find the file. You know, so I just don't understand how, you know, something that's not ready gets out into the wild like that. You know? I mean, it's not like it's Electronic Arts where you've got 1,800 people working on any one project and any one of them could go, yeah, I could use the $200 they offered me for leaking this information. You know? I mean, really, in a tiny group of modders does that sort of thing happen? I don't know. Enlighten me. Because Lord knows I could always use enlightenment. Boy, oh boy, we're just getting zippity-doo for yield. I'm not impressed. We haven't even got 4,000 liters and we're, what, 6 rows in, 7 rows in? Man. Well, we still got over half a field, so I'm even panicking a little early, but, you know, barely got 60% of a harvester on. Oh, now we're getting a little bit of a slowdown. Of course, nice thing with the harvester, there's 2 ways around it. Now, without the drive control mod, keep in mind, and I'm not running that, I'm not running much in the way of scripts, but without the drive control mod, it's not like I can just switch to 4-wheel drive if things start to slip and slide and get carried away. Although so far I've noticed the only times I've actually lost, well, you'd think lost traction, i.e. losing forward momentum, it has turned out the wheels haven't been spinning at all. It has been working as one would expect the MR mod to work. It simply reaches a point where you just don't have enough foot-pounds to foot-force your way forward, you know? Which, as far as I'm concerned, indicates things working exactly as they should be, you know? But at least with a combine, you have the opportunity of taking a lot of the stress off it by simply angling your head so you're getting less crop. Because that should be what's putting a lot of the strain on it. I mean, these things are stupid for horsepower. You know, even this little one. Oop, that's beet harvesting. We don't want that. You know, this little guy that we have, this one, you know, well, I get, 190 horse. Really? Wow. That's surprising. I thought they were considerably more than that. Yeah, see, there's a big jump to the next one. Huh. Yeah, I thought they were pretty high horsepower on these things. Because, I mean, they're the size of a small building. Well, there you go. That's not really a lot of poot to be put into the wheels, especially when you're also using it to chew through crops with this head, you know? Yeah, reducing the amount of crop you cut certainly reduces the amount of horsepower that this thing uses, so. But that's our option as compared to the drive control. Where you throw something in four-wheel drive in this game, and you can pretty much drive up a wall. If you could only get the wheels against it. Three-quarters of the way, and we're about halfway through the field. So yeah, we're not going to get much more than a full combine out of this. I don't know what that one little round gauge is there on the window pillar, but it just looks so aftermarket. You know, it looks like something you'd buy at Walmart Automotive and then put a little bracket on there and bolt it on. That's just my fancy new clock. Look at that, isn't that cool? It shows time and temperature. Doesn't do either accurately, but it was only $3. Gotten used to the fact it tells me it's 12:30 degrees and 67 o'clock. Alright. 13% away. Lucky 13. Well, the morning fog's starting to roll in. That is one of the issues with getting up so darn early in the day to start work. You can have a pretty clear morning, and then once all that dew starts cooking out of the bush, boy, the fog will just start to roll in. Yeah, whatever the plants didn't grab in their morning drink all goes up into the air. Alright. Well, looks like we got one more row. It's also looking like we're going to end up getting stuck with our pipe on the wrong side of the machine when she is full. I'm hoping not. Let's see if we can get through this entire row or not. I'm pretty sure a pipe is on the left. Yeah, we're not going to make it. 99. Yeah, how did I know, eh? Alright, let's get that pipe out. There we go. Alrighty then. Ugh, I'm gonna cheat. Oopsie. Da, 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 da. So I am using the manual attaching mod. It is one script that I left in, along with the real-time clock, just so I have an idea of how long I've been recording, of course. There we go. So let's pop the cover. Yeah, I don't think I have a pressure washer, do I? Garage. Yikes. No. Well, that's not good, because you can see this tractor ain't exactly self-cleaning, is it? Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll work with it. I don't really want to drop. I think they're darn near $5,000, aren't they? Which, I don't know about you, but that does seem a bit much for a pressure washer. You know. I mean, I didn't expect to be going to the local Wally World and picking one up for 150 bucks, but because it would be pretty much useless, let's face it. But by the same token, I think some option besides one that's worth $5,000 would be nice. Alright. So let's see here. Lovely. You're just gonna do your thing like nothing was wrong. Good to see it. Good to see. Well, let's just say we were actually gonna want to sell this. Wheat. 346 there. Oh, crazy, crazy. 649 of the nitrate, hey? Wow. That's not too shabby at all. Alrighty. And where is that? Oh, it's a little ways, isn't it? Well, we'll see what we get in total when we're done. And then maybe we'll, I love the way it reacts to those, we'll cover that over so the morning dew doesn't get on it. The way the tractors react to the, straw rows. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Okay. Pull the pop in. There we go. Get through the rest of this. A whole 53 liters. We were awful close to making the whole row. Awful close indeed. Go. Excuse me. Was watching some YouTube this morning of some guys playing the Forza Horizon 3 with the Hot Wheels tracks. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool indeed. But that's like $100 game. Wow. And that's not including the DLC they were playing on. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's starting to get a little ridiculous, you know. I think for that price, that should be something you would see a hard copy of with maybe an actual little Hot Wheels vehicle or 20 included. But yeah. Sure does look like a lot of fun, though. Look like a lot of fun. One of the games I did reload when after my erasure of Windows and restart with it was, of course, Wreckfest. Still, I gotta say, one of the funnest racing games you can play around in. I don't know. It just doesn't take itself so seriously, you know, without being at all cartoony. You know, it's a really good racing sim, but yeah, it just, you know, kind of encourages you to rub a little. You know, because, well, rubbing is racing, right? Isn't that what they say? Or what at least one person said? That straw empty out. There we go. I just noticed, boy oh boy. Did you see the radio on this thing? Look at that. Looks like something you get in like a 1978 Toyota Corolla. You know, the very base model too. Like there's no cassette deck included. Oh man, that's just rough. It is. It's just here, you know. I got a $3 clock and a $12 AM FM cassette deck. We're good to go. I never drive this thing myself. I always hire people so they can listen to the staticky radio and try and figure out what time o temp it is. Boy, you sure get a lot more speed going in this direction. Just whip through the rows. There we go. In case you guys are wondering why I'm not looking behind me to see when it's finished with the straw, if you look in your mirror, you'll just see the dust clouds start to settle. As soon as it starts to settle, you know it stops spraying straw, because it creates a lot of dust. How are we doing? Oh yeah, we're almost through the field. Almost. Oh, that was one thing I did want to look at while we were on that page. Yes, we did. Okay. I just want to make sure if I take this trailer down and sell it that we will still have some wheat for those who need it. I think the piggies like to have a little bit of wheatage to chew on, you know? Well, we might get a half a harvester here out of what's left on this field. I won't complain. Well, I will, but, you know, it's not like it'll do any good. Fast way. Definitely got some pretty hefty fog out there. Ooh. Big heavy braking, and you see the nose just take a dive. Well, speaking of which, I remember the When I first bought a motorcycle that had an anti-dive system in the front forks, holy man, that took some getting used to. But I'll tell you, could you ever do good stoppies? Really good anti-dive system too. The harder you grab that front brake, the more it diverted the pressure back into your shocks so they wouldn't dip as much. Whereas normally they just function perfectly, sucking up the bumps and the speed bumps. Alright, let's get this the last couple of rows and we'll be good to go. Ooh, I should take a sip of my coffee before it gets too cold. Good time to do that right here. Oh yay, we're too late. I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure that over a lifetime, I unfortunately probably dumped darn near as much coffee down the sink as I do down me hole. So, well, it's one of those things. I often think that sometimes I almost like the concept of a hot cup of coffee more than I actually like the item. I don't know. It's kind of like this. You never end up with a nice dead even row for the end of it unless you're doing a mission. That's alright. One more and we are good. There we go. Waiting for the dust to clear. Why am I running on 5X? Wow. I don't know why that was going on. Must have accidentally clicked to that at one point. Alright, let's take care of this last bit. And this is our only crop, I believe. Oh no, there is a crop in 11. It's just not quite ready. It's at the very earliest stages of harvestability. That's right. But it will be our next place to take the harvester, at any rate. Gather up this last bit and we're good. We are good. Ooh, slow down, slow down. I don't think I want to be doing 40k in my harvester, thanks. Alrighty, pipe out. Okay. Let's pop the cover off. That's better. A little bit hard to pour through a tarp, you know. Ooh, listen to it rev up. Right there. More in the back. Nice. And that's it. Alrighty. Cuckoo. Yes, I am. Alrighty. Well, 71%. That's, I guess, pretty much where we were with the last one. So, we will definitely do him up pretty quick. However, let's ignore the cuckoo. Let's go grab this and sell it. Make you some money, buy us a water truck. Trailer. Alright. Now, we want to take this to the Dreistern handle, eh? Alrighty. Looks like we're going to go the same way as the other one. Now, a lot of the vehicle shake and stuff, that's from the MR mud. It's kind of hard to think of it a little bit differently than what we got in 13 and 15, where, as I said, it was sort of a 90% weight balancing thing. Here, it seems there's a little more to it. I'm really impressed, actually, with what Dural has done. Okay. Now, I believe... yeah, we can go this way to start anyway. Whoa, just barely made that. Ah, I guess this is the actual town. Okay, what do we got going on here? Ah, yikes. Alright. Okay. We made it through all of that. Now, I think at this intersection, we need to hang a left. And follow it around. That's the shop there. Or the gas station. Okay. Yeah, okay, the Dreistern handle, I think, is the first one. So, let's see, it should be in here somewhere. The milk cell is next door. Ah, here we are. Alright. Give me the money. Oh, look at it go. Nice. Not bad. $6,700. Alright, so that is our first harvest. Nice. And with that, 9,500. Woo, that's going to take a big chunk, isn't it? Alrighty. Well, we do need it. So we are going to buy that. Thank you. Yes, please. Okay. Back. Alright. So we now own that. Next time around, we are going to pick up some of the straw and maybe sell a trailer of silage. We'll see how that goes. So, there you go, guys. That's going to end it, though, for this episode. Oh, there's our trailer. I can hook it up behind this trailer. Maybe we won't call it a day yet. Okay, I need to do this from over here. Yeah. There's that whole sense of depth again. Here we go. By gummies. Alright. We're farmward bound. Whoa. Here we go. So this is a placeable, what is marked on the map for. I said we don't really have anything we can placeable there yet, but right, slow down for the corner. Whoa, got a little light in the snout there for a second. There we go. La 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 la, da 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 da. Nee nee nee, get that parked. Alrighty. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it here. Again, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. Remember, leave lots of comments. Let me know what you think, what you want to see, all of that good stuff. And until next time, this has been Species 7 for the Dreistern Hof. And thank you to my friend for pointing out I've been spelling it the Canadian way all this time with an I before E, except after the C. So, I will attempt to do it correctly. Take care of each other, folks. Oof. Don't dent your trailers. Ciao for now.